Hey, welcome to today's broadcast. My name is Franco Dean. I'm CEO here with NEURS.com, and today is going to be a great day because today we're announcing a lot of new things that a lot of you have been waiting for. Today we're going to go through the provider account, we're going to go through the provider pricing, and we have a lot to cover today. So first, let's do a little bit of a NEURS update, okay, on what's going on with the network. Well, NEURS is off to a great start. As you know, we made some significant improvements to the platform this past week. Some of you saw some of those improvements right away. You saw that now you can click on those that you have invited and actually see information about them. We had kind of not put that up initially, but now it's there, and now you can see their progress on the reach. We also made great improvements to the VIP room. We made great improvements to a lot of different areas that we're going to talk about today. Okay, so that was one thing that really caught our attention, is how incredible our affiliate team responded to all of our announcements. Okay, one of the big ones, of course, last week, the affiliate page. That's getting incredible results. In fact, you're seeing now my affiliate page, okay? And that affiliate process really has blown our mind. We have over 4,000 affiliate pages. Exactly 4,000 web pages are out there capturing people's attention, okay? So 4,000 of you have activated it. That is fantastic. Many of you need to activate your affiliate page. You do so by going to your settings, right underneath your name on your NEURS.com dashboard, and you click on settings and you click on affiliate and actually create your affiliate page. And right now, about 80% of all of our signups are now coming through affiliate pages and no longer are being done through the invite process, the regular invite process, or even through importing, which is, we believe, is actually a great thing, because you're now, directing yourself to your audience. You're now inviting them to your page. People are seeing that it's you, and really people are engaging with that. So we're excited about that. We're excited about all the other announcements that we made. By the way, we have a very special training class scheduled coming up this Wednesday that we're going to actually teach you how to better use your affiliate page and better use a lot of the other tools that we'll be announcing in weeks to come. So now we'd like to introduce that TV program, which we're going to title Reach Today. This is about the reach. So this TV program that we're going to be doing live on Wednesdays, by the way, time to be announced, so look for an email on Tuesday morning, perhaps on Wednesday night, on Monday night, that is going to tell you about the exact times, okay, when we're going to be broadcasting in English and in Spanish, as we always do. And so the Reach Today show, what is the Reach Today shows about? It's everything related to our affiliate process. So we're going to be separating our broadcast. So on Wednesdays, we're going to be going to basically introducing new things, new affiliate programs. We're going to be engaging our affiliate community. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing on Wednesday, teaching them, training them, and getting them ready to have really a great marketing effort over the next 3 to 4, 6 weeks. On the other side, on Saturdays, we're going to be talking about, mainly me and some of our other leaders here will also engage you through Saturday broadcast on everything happening in NEURS, the big picture. We're going to be talking about the accounts, the pricing, all the good things happening at NEURS, okay? So let's go back to Reach Today. So Reach Today is the big announcement of today. It's going to be on Wednesdays, as we talked about, and it's going to be hosted by our CMO, our Chief Marketing Officer, Rafael Leon. Rafael Leon is involved with so many things behind the scenes that most of you, are seeing from us, but he is behind the scenes working like crazy. A lot of our content, a lot of our emails, a lot of everything that happens, videos, etc., is coming from him, okay? And so Rafael Leon, you're going to see him on camera now, going through a lot of different things with you coming up this Wednesday. So we also, just another update, okay, we also added several new languages to the platform this week. In fact, if you go to NEURS.com and you click on the language drop-down all the way to the right, you're going to see that we've added, for example, Bulgarian to our platform. We promised the Bulgarian community that we will do this, and we've added now their language onto the system. We added Italian to the system. We added Norwegian. We added Portuguese. In fact, not only for Portugal, also for Brazil. We also added Swedish. And just recently, we added Russian. And by the way, we're now working on 4 other languages that will be added this week coming up. Okay, and our goal is now every single week to be adding 2 to 3 new languages to the platform. And of course, how do we do that? We have a process to do so. Let me kind of quickly explain that. Once we have at least 100 registered users in any country where the spoken language is not, of course, supported by us already, we're going to go ahead and add that language to the platform, and we're going to ask the community to help us out. And once again, let me thank, but from the bottom of my heart, thank all of our community translators. I cannot name all of you because there's so many of you, but I'm going to send you a personal email today thanking you for your time and thanking you for what you've done and what you continue to do to help NEURS get out there to your community. So again, thanks to all of you who have participated in that process. We're also going to be adding subtitles, okay, to all of our videos once we have at least 1,000 new members in any country. Okay, and once we have 10,000 registered users in any country, we will add the voiceovers to the videos as well. So I'm already been working already with the Bulgarian and the Portuguese and the Italian subtitles for the videos. So the videos are going to be coming with subtitles for all of those countries. Those three are going to be first, and then the rest will follow as they get to 1,000 users. So just keep that in mind. As we grow our user base, we're going to be testing what works, what doesn't work, and that's one thing that we're going to be doing. But we have a roadmap to get basically NEURS in every language on earth with all the videos, at least subtitled, if not a voiceover, a professional voiceover done. And every marketing piece, everything that we do at NEURS is going to be intended for a global audience. Understand, we didn't set out to build NEURS for just one country or for just one currency. We set it out to be a global community, but we need your support. We need people to engage the process. We need people, we need those pioneers, those visionaries early on in the game to come in and say, hey, I want to be part of this, I want to do this, and help us out. Help us get to your country, help us get to your language, and help us get the word out. So we really appreciate it. Let's go on with more announcements. Okay, so we talked about the new languages, but we also, like I mentioned, we already added the stats now on all of your direct invitees that you can actually see their progress on the reach. That was a huge improvement we made this week. We also added 60 new countries to our global platform. We're up to 170. In fact, 170 was 2 days ago when we kind of finalized the PowerPoint. We're up to 173 or 74 right now and counting. So we're quickly approaching every country on earth. I think we hit 195. We'll be there. And this is actually my reach page, that I captured. Our reach is now spreading globally, and that's exciting to see. We also want to recognize our top 5 personal completed invitees, okay, people that have the most people invited directly to them on the system, and the numbers just kind of blew up, okay, this week. We've had an incredible week, what an incredible run, and by the way, every single person that's going to be on this ranking has been asked if we could put their name on this ranking. They've all agreed to do it. We're not going to do rankings in the future, and by the way, as we move this content to reach today, to the broadcast on Wednesday, we're not going to be on Saturday going over any of the stuff. That's going to be covered on Wednesday. So if you're an affiliate, you're really engaging the marketing process with NEURS, you really see the potential of NEURS in that aspect, okay? You're going to love the Wednesday broadcast because they're going to cover everything about affiliate tools, the top rankings, what's going on, all that kind of stuff, and really great training on how you can better market your reach, okay? If you love NEURS for the products and what it does, for example, I've been engaging a lot of our community, a lot of our entrepreneurs, a lot of our providers that are on NEURS, that basically they're not really interested in the marketing of it that much, okay? They're really interested in what they can get out of the platform once the platform is launched, how they can contribute to the community and how they can meet other people in the community. And they're really eager to hear today's announcement. Well, today, for all of you who are interested in our product, keep showing up to the Saturday broadcast because we're going to be giving great announcements about our Saturday process, okay? So let's start with number 5. Basically, I just spoke to him today. Congratulations to Paulius Kiltinaviskus. Okay, hopefully I got that right, okay? I spoke to him this week, okay, through email, and he is from Lithuania. Originally, him and his family, his mother live in Spain right now, and I had a really heartfelt message from him. He's really supportive. He's giving all he's got, and right now he's got 207 direct invited people to the platform. His reach is now into the thousands. So congratulations, Paulius, for your effort and for your hard work. And we believe it's going to pay off big time in the months to come. Number 4, congratulations to Javier Rodriguez, another person we engaged through email. I know Rafael was in contact with him. I was in contact with him. I was reading what he was telling us and getting a lot of feedback from him. From Colombia with 268 people. His reach is into the thousands. Colombia is doing really, really well in our rankings as well. Number 3, David Vega from Spain with 333. Again, this data is not accurate. It's about a day and a half old right now. But the numbers are close to that, okay? So number 3 has 333. Understand, these are not sent invites. These are accepted invites. These are people who are now registered on the site and now are building their reach, which is exciting. 333 direct invited users, okay? Number 2, congratulations to Robert Hawthorne from the USA with 350. In fact, I checked his number this morning. He's approaching 400 very quickly, so his numbers are skyrocketing. I'm always in contact with him. Spoke on the phone, spoke through email with Robert, doing an amazing job out of Houston, Texas. And then number 1, blowing away the competition. Unbelievable. This guy come out of nowhere, basically, and then basically positioned himself number 1 from Mexico, 761. In fact, he's quickly approaching 800. And Manuel Cepez, what a great job. I also corresponded with him, kind of asked him how he's doing it, how he's bringing the numbers, what are his marketing strategies, and he is doing a phenomenal job. And we went through basically his contacts and his reach has really began to get a life on its own, okay? So that's really exciting. So let's go through account types. So today we're going to talk about the NEURS account types, and we're actually going to focus on the provider account like we talked about, okay? Today we're going to talk about all the features of the provider account, and NEURS has several provider accounts. So obviously we have the entrepreneur account that we will cover, by the way, next week. We're also going to cover today the provider account, okay? And the full access member account, okay? What is the full access member account? It's an account that combines both the entrepreneur account and the provider account all into one, which is for some people that's going to be really be helpful, okay? To have a full access member account, okay? Today we're going to, like we talked about, we're going to focus on the provider account. So let's get right into it, okay? Why the provider account? Well, first of all, there are over 3,500 franchises in North America alone. I think it's close to 4,000 now. And globally, there's over 20,000 brands, about 10,000, half of them are in Europe, okay? So there's a lot of people that, by the way, if you think of franchises, you think of the big ones, obviously Burger King and Pizza Hut and McDonald's and all the big ones, okay? Those are all the fast food and the big ones. But we want you to think about, there are literally, most of them, 80, 90% of franchises are below $30,000 to $50,000 price range. And a lot of these are less well known. They have 30 franchises, they have 80 franchises, they have 100 or less. Some even have 10 or 12 or 15, small amounts. And these franchises need an audience. They need to connect with the right entrepreneurs for their brand, to grow their brand, to grow their influence and their market share. So, but they're out there. We also know that the Direct Selling Association, or direct sellers, whether they're just direct sellers or network marketing companies or multi-level marketing companies or social marketing, as we like to call them here at NEURS, any of these companies, okay, are really business opportunity providers. Okay, so all of these companies, there are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of them worldwide, and millions, by the way, millions of people in the US alone. There's close to 12 million people that represent these companies, that represent these direct selling organizations, that all of them individually could be providers on the site. And that's a big question people ask us is, who's going to be a provider on yours? Is it going to be the company or is it going to be the individual? And the answer is both. Okay, there's going to be, for example, franchises that will be providers eventually on yours, but there's also going to be representatives, people who independently market franchises for that market, in fact, 5 or 10 or 15 or 100 brands. They're going to be providers on yours because they're marketing those franchises out to the public. Same thing with network marketing companies. There's people that literally, are involved in 1 or maybe even 2 network marketing companies that they really love and support and really, work for, and they're going to be able to come into NEURS and represent them individually, while the company itself can also be a provider in NEURS and do a different function. So keep that in mind, okay? And then there's thousands of small and new business providers. Okay, who are these people? These are accountants, they're web designers, they're advertisers, they're attorneys, they're business coaches, consultants, programmers, website programmers, business angels, and so many more. They're basically all of these people, anyone who has anything to do with an entrepreneur, whether it be a normal entrepreneur, a more established entrepreneur, or an aspiring entrepreneur. All of these people have something to do with the entrepreneurial community. So if you're a franchisor or you market your the franchises out to the public, which there are hundreds of thousands of people who do that worldwide, by the way. If you are in the direct selling business, which there's millions of those people, okay, out there, in thousands and thousands of companies. And if you're a provider, which again, there's millions of those providers out there, you're going to be interested in what NEURS has to offer. Why? Here's an important question for you. How do all of these providers find their best prospects, their quality best prospects? How do they find them? It's a great question, isn't it? Well, we all know the ways they find them. And we believe they've been finding them, unfortunately, through very inefficient tools. For example, they've been finding them through Facebook. We know Facebook is an inefficient tool for prospecting aspiring entrepreneurs. Why? Because Facebook is a great platform to connect your friends and stay connected with family members, to share photos. But people don't go to Facebook to look for business opportunities and all that kind of stuff. That's really not, it wasn't intended for that. So really, the message kind of dissipates. It doesn't get to people. And trust me on this one, I've spoken to thousands of providers on the subject, and literally as I start to say it, they all say the same thing. Yep. We thought that the Facebook page was going to do more for us. We thought it was going to do this. We thought we were going to engage the community, and the results have not been there. Trust us on this. We know the truth, okay? Now, targeted advertising on Facebook may work for some people, but trust me, entrepreneurial connections are now being made on Facebook. It's just not the right platform for that. LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn is closer, but not there. LinkedIn is a platform that connects professionals and obviously business and individuals that want to improve their careers. It's made for employers that are seeking those types of people. So it's a great platform for that, okay? I switch jobs. I want to connect with people at this company, all that kind of stuff. But again, it's not specifically designed to connect the entrepreneurial world. These platforms were not created with entrepreneurs in mind. That, by the way, that's where our name comes from, entrepreneurs, if you haven't noticed it yet. But basically, we believe these are terrible places for providers to find quality prospects. Some other more inefficient tools that we've seen out there, people have used Career Builder and Monster to find entrepreneurs. That's not the right way to do it. We know of several network marketing companies and their representatives that have used these tools in the past. A totally inefficient way of doing that. You find a lot of job seekers. You have to go through a lot of numbers to find one person that might meet that criteria. It's not the right tool for that, obviously. Not designed for that in mind. Classified ads, obviously a dying medium, yet relatively expensive, by the way. Also, the aspiring entrepreneur market is not really in the market, in the paper, looking for a provider, for example, for their accounting services or looking for a provider for an opportunity. That rarely happens. It doesn't happen often, and it's not the best platform to do that. So once again, these job platforms were not created for the entrepreneurs in mind. So the question beckons, right, is where is the right platform? Well, some will say, well, look, franchises, if you can go to a franchise expo, for example, that's made for that in mind, and it is, okay? But obviously these opportunity expos or these franchise expos are incredibly expensive. If you've ever been a provider and you pay for one of those, you know how expensive it is. It's time consuming. It takes travel and takes this and that and the other and time and whatever. And obviously you're going to be dealing with a lot of people who are not the right candidates for you, who are not looking for you specifically. They're looking for other types of opportunities. They're looking for that compatibility, and they're not finding it. Obviously, that's the power of the internet. That's the power of NEURS.com, the efficiency that it can create to make the right people meet. Think about all the time that's spent by these people in these franchise expos. Obviously, all of these referral and lead systems that companies have used in the franchising industry, there's a ton of them out there. I don't want to mention all the websites, but there's a ton of websites that make themselves look like they're independent, that make themselves look like they're somehow helping people find their right franchise. But the reality is all they are is a lead generation system. They get paid on the back end from the franchisers that receive those leads, okay, one way or another. And by the way, those people do a great job, and they could be providers on NEURS, because they can serve as a middleman as well on NEURS to help get the right people into the right franchises. But again, this is an incredible inefficient way, in our opinion, a very inefficient way to actually do this, okay? So we've looked at all these platforms, we looked at everything, and we believe that that basically you get either poor or mediocre results from utilizing this platform. So the NEURS solution, what is the NEURS solution about? NEURS aims to become the most important meeting point on the internet for both the aspiring entrepreneur market, as well as the providers of business opportunities and the services that those aspiring entrepreneurs need. So who can be a provider on NEURS? Let's talk about that real quickly. Just about any person or company that caters to their services or business opportunities to aspiring entrepreneurs, they could be a provider on our platform. We talked about this. They could be franchisors, obviously, direct selling organizations, business coaches, CPAs, lawyers, web designers, marketing consultants, so many of them, okay? There are literally millions of potential providers that are currently struggling to find their quality prospects, okay? And so what is NEURS going to do? Let's begin. Let's talk about what NEURS will do. Everything will begin when a provider joins the system. And the first thing they do is they create a provider profile, okay? This provider profile, basically, they can title it, because you can have many profiles, by the way. You can actually put your market, the market that you're seeking. You can talk about what type of provider you are. You can specify the location that you want your visibility to be at. So if somebody's searching for you, you're going to be able to put as much parameters as you want. You'll be able to upload your files, images, pictures, and what's created is basically a page. Similar to like a company page on Facebook, okay, with a lot of content about you, and with a button and a form for people that are interested in you to contact you, to ask you for a proposal, and to connect with you in a meaningful way. So your provider profile is searchable, your provider profile is connectable with the rest of the aspiring entrepreneur community, okay? So what else can a provider do? Well, a provider can post an offer. So a provider can go into the website, there's a specific section for this in connections, and they can actually post their offer and say, hey, during this month or during this week or even for the next couple of days or maybe even an open offer for this is what I offer, this is what I do, this is what I can bring to the community. And your goal is that you can always be doing these offers on a continuous basis to, again, engage the community of the people that are searching for you. And you learn how to, position these offers to really make sense for the people that are seeking you out, that are already interested in you, but somehow are not being able to connect with you because of all the inefficient tools that exist to connect the entrepreneurial world, okay? What else can you do? Well, you can create a course online. Providers can also try to bring value to the community by creating an online course. Here it says new webinar. We're actually retitling that. It's no longer called that. It's called online courses. So you can actually create your own online course and you can actually upload it onto the NEURS platform. And basically, the online course, you will have the title of it, you have a description, you can put the date that you want your courses to appear, and you can have many of them appear at different times. Again, you'll be able to time all this to really capture people's attention. You'll also be able to say, what the duration of the course is, more or less. You'll be able to upload your videos, you'll be able to upload your PDFs, your PowerPoints, your slideshows, et cetera, et cetera. And at the end of that, a course is created. And to access this course, a user will have to go through the search and through the suggestion engine that we provide for them, and then they'll say, wow, I'm interested in what this guy has to offer, what this person is offering me, this free information. And then once they connect to that free information, immediately what NEURS does is that it provides a connection in the My Connections platform. You're already connected with that person. So now you can ask that person questions. Now you can engage that person. It's really the ultimate tool. They say that education selling is the future of selling, right? Why? Because you provide free education, you provide great content, great value. People love what you do, people love your content, and then they engage you in a meaningful way versus the traditional way, which is, look, this is what I offer, or this is what I have, or this is what I'm selling you. Education selling is the future of selling, and I believe that in NEURS, this is going to be incredible. The content that's going to be created by our providers is going to be so valuable for our entrepreneur market, and also at the same time, providers will be benefiting from that because by giving away a little bit of free content, they'll be able to capture interest in anything. So I even visualize, for example, somebody who their content, they live off their content. They have great content on training, on this and that or the other, for example, or even an author that has training courses as well, and then they'll be able to go to NEURS, put a part of their content there, the part that they want to make free and available to the community. People will be able to engage them through that process. They'll be able to connect with people and then drive traffic to their site and to their business model to get people to buy their more elaborate trainings or more elaborate packets of information or whatever they offer, okay, or training courses or whatnot. So I just want to make sure that you understand that this tool is an incredible tool for providers, okay? So again, kind of to recap, what can providers do on NEURS? They can create their provider profiles, okay? They can post their offers continuously to our community. They can create and host online educational courses, again, targeting their ideal market, and again, being connected with that in a very efficient way. But finally, providers are going to be able to search for specific entrepreneur profiles. This is probably the golden part of our offer here, is the fact that you'll be able, okay, to click on a page, okay, this is the entrepreneur search page. This is only available to providers. You'll be able to put in somebody's zip code, okay? You'll be able to put in the radius that you want from that zip code so you can really target specific markets, okay? You can do the entire world. And then you can say, basically, from their entrepreneurial profile, from their NEURS profile that they filled out, okay? I want somebody like this. I want somebody interested in nutrition. I want somebody interested in franchising. I want somebody interested in, there's literally 35 different criteria that we handpicked. Again, we're not giving you the entrepreneur's answers. You're never going to really have the entrepreneur's information. You're not going to have their email. You're not going to have their contact information, their address, none of that stuff. You don't really know how they answer. You just know that they meet this criteria based on the profile that we've created on the back end. So that's what's exciting, that you'll be able to target the market. Now, if you want to get in contact with that person, as you can see there's a connect little blue button that you have to click. And if you actually click on that little blue button, what happens is that you first and foremost have to send them a proposal. So before the entrepreneur, you connect with that entrepreneur that you search for, okay, you have to send them a proposal. So you have to say, look, this is what I'm offering you. You have to explain it. Maybe upload your files. You can upload additional files. You can do all that kind of stuff and then send it to them. And then that person, when they get your proposal, they'll see what your proposal description is. They'll understand it. And that person can choose to disconnect. That person can click that red button and say, I'm not interested, and actually write you back and tell you why they're not interested. You get feedback, okay, if they choose to do so. Or they can stay connected with you. The minute that the connection is made, you can now correspond with that person. You can do further communication with that person. Do messages, send files, all that kind of stuff, okay? So that's what's exciting about this, okay, that you can actually connect with your audience. So now we're going to do something really, really neat. we're actually going to now show you a video. We're going to show you a video that hasn't been seen yet, worldwide yet from NEURS. This is the first time it's been released. I'm excited to show it to you today. We worked hard on these videos. By the way, we have these videos all in English, in Spanish for Latin America, and Spanish for the Spain market. And now we're looking at subtitling all these videos as well for all the markets that we're getting into, okay? So it's going to be fun. And then later on, we'll do voiceover for all of the other languages as well. But this is a cute video, it's a cartoon video, it's a 2-minute video. So we wanted to quickly highlight through one person's experience. We chose this lady named Sandy. You're gonna see her. And Sandy is involved in network marketing. By the way, we plan on doing lots of these videos. So there'll be a Sandy that's involved in network marketing. There'll be somebody else, maybe Cindy, that's a franchisor. Maybe we'll have somebody else as a provider, as an attorney of intellectual property, for example. You get the point. The point is that we'll have lots of these videos populate our provider page in the next couple of months as we launch the provider account. Basically somewhere in March. So you hear more about the dates at the end of this broadcast. So let's go now to the video. Look at this 2-minute video, and then we'll come back to tell you the pricing on the account.
Meet Sandy. She's a recruiter for a nationally recognized direct selling company. She believes she offers a fantastic business opportunity for anyone interested in health and nutritional products. She's tried to connect with suitable candidates using many different methods, from using Facebook to posting ads online, but she continues to struggle when searching for the right people for her opportunity. Then one day, Sandy was referred to NEURS.com, a company built by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. She immediately saw the potential it had to solve one of her biggest challenges in growing her business. Here's how it works. For just $99, Sandy created her provider profile and soon began receiving connection requests from other members interested in her company. She also posted an offer that specifically explained what her business opportunity was about and who it was intended for, right down to the city and the type of entrepreneur she was hoping to meet. While she waited for responses, she proactively searched the profiles of entrepreneurs she felt would do well in her business. She sent them proposals and was able to connect with some of them using a private meeting room where they exchanged files and messages until they mutually decided to meet in person. Then Sandy decided to create and post a webinar event where she could share her company, products, and opportunity with the entire NEURS community. She simply uploaded her slides and documents and instantly shared them with everyone on the day of the presentation with the click of a button. Participants were able to interact with Sandy and ask questions about her business. She found the webinar tool to be extremely simple to use, and after the presentation, NEURS automatically connected Sandy with every participant. Now she has over 40 interested entrepreneurs to follow up with. Sandy is now a full-time user of the NEURS services and has upgraded her account several times in order to obtain more credits to conduct additional webinars and directly connect with more aspiring entrepreneurs. If you're like Sandy, let NEURS help you get started on the road to growing your business. Click on the sign up button below and get started today.
Hey, we hope you liked that video. Hopefully you saw how cool that is and how fun it is. And that's going to be, by the way, those videos are going to be part of the pages that we're going to have, the provider pages that you haven't seen yet. We've been working behind the scenes on that. We have a team of people, designers and stuff, creating those pages. They look fantastic, by the way. We can't wait to release that to you. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, you'll be able to see that. And it's going to be on NEURS.com. And then all those videos are going to be in there to really showcase the provider opportunity. One thing you saw in the video, of course, it talked about $99. So the question everybody want to ask is, how much does NEURS cost? And of course, we already kind of gave you a little bit of a hint. So let's go through the provider pricing, okay? So provider pricing is $99 a month, but now here's basically a little bit of the information. It includes 1,000 credits. We're going to talk about credits in a little bit, how credits work in the platform. So now we're revealing a little bit more about our platform and how our platform will actually operate, okay? So it's either going to be $99 a month, which we believe is properly priced for providers, or $997 per year. So there is a discount, obviously 16% less cost and 20% more credits, 15,000 credits for the year if you buy the annual package, okay? And for a lot of providers, they're not only going to buy the annual package, they're going to buy the annual package, and they're also going to be, buying more credits. In fact, any unused credits, by the way, always roll over, so they never, expire. Credits never expire on NEURS; they're always yours. And you can always, as a member, purchase more credits to take more actions and do more things on the site. So now this is our USD pricing, and by the way, we intend to launch our site in USD, okay, in dollars. We also intend, and we're working very hard to simultaneously launch in euros, and we believe we're going to meet the deadline. We believe we're going to get that as well done. So it's going to be available in dollars and euros for the entire world. Now, a lot of other people are going to say, what about my country? What about, Colombian pesos, or what about, every other currency out there? We will eventually add those to the platform, but we're going to have a minimum number of people that we want to have engaged first in our regular product through the US, through our European affiliates, okay? And if you basically buy into those products and you have enough of those, then we'll activate other currencies and other pricing. So one thing we decided to do, by the way, is we decided to make the US dollars, and now you see here the euro pricing similar. In fact, the exact same. It's 99 euros a month, which is the same number of credits. It's 997 euros a year with the exact same number of credits. And again, these are rollover credits, okay? And why did we decide to do that? We decided to do that because we kind of looked at what Apple does, for example. Apple, if you take a look at it, okay, they have a pricing for the US in dollars, and in euros, they charge the exact same. In fact, in some products, they may charge a little more, okay, in euros, okay? And we decided to go with that philosophy. There's a lot of companies that do that. We've had consultants look into this for us, and basically they came back and they said, no, you can charge the same amount, because the idea behind the euro initially, it was to have a little bit of parity with the dollar. I know it's now above the dollar, but that eventually, as all the economists predict, will eventually even out. And so the reality is that if you're in the euro zone, you're going to want to pay in euros as well, because of benefits you get from being linked to a European account, a Euro-paying account, and the same thing for dollars. So we'll explain that more in the weeks to come. How do the credits work? Let's go through the credits. So for example, if you wanted to create an online course in NEURS, okay, it's not unlimited. Every action you take in NEURS has a credit cost to it. Okay, so when you get 1,000 credits with NEURS for your $99 payment, you're going to be able to use those credits as you wish. Okay, so you don't have to do online courses, but if you do, it's 250 credits for every online course that you publish. Okay, and they don't expire, by the way. Again, credits don't expire, and your content doesn't expire unless you delete it. Number two, additional provider profile. So your first profile, the very first one you complete, that's included in your price, okay? Now, if you want to create 2 provider profiles, if for example, if you are a business opportunity provider, but you're also a consultant of some kind of service, you're going to have to create an additional profile, and that will cost you 80 credits. So again, one of the reasons we did this credit system is we don't want people abusing the site. So if you think about it, if you make it an unlimited site, if you charge an exact amount and then you make it an unlimited amount of actions that you can take, then people can use that and abuse that. Obviously, they can create 1,500 provider profiles. They can send offers to everybody. They can spam people, that kind of stuff, and we don't want it to happen. So every action has a credit cost, and your credits cost money. So you'll be you'll think more through that process. And we kind of copied a little bit of some other websites that have done this. Elance does something very similar. There's a lot of other websites that use credits as a way of controlling how people take actions on the site to make sure that the content that they put up is good quality content. So post an offer, for example, posting an offer will cost you 50 credits. Sending a proposal to another member. So, when you finally want to connect with an entrepreneur, you want to send them a proposal. Those are 10 credits every single time you do that. And then searching entrepreneur profiles is actually the one that costs you the least, is 1 credit. Again, this is just figuring out who your target market is. So when you hit search, and let's say it responds back, there are, let's say 100 candidates that meet your criteria, then you got to decide whether you want to spend 100 credits to view those 100 contacts and to then send them proposals. So again, these are all actions that you have to take within the NEURS framework as a provider, okay? And these are the credit costs that they each, obviously contain, right? Then making a connection, I just want you to understand this, the making a connection, that's obviously included. When somebody sends you a proposal and you get a proposal and you connect with them, that doesn't cost you anything. On the other side, sort of like, receiving a phone call. It doesn't cost you anything because you're getting a phone call and somebody called you, right? So you making that connection, actually finalizing the connection as a provider or as an entrepreneur, there's no cost to that. Having a conversation inside the meeting room, which is what's about, this is what we really want to encourage. That's free, that's included, that's part of the package, okay? And then, again, just a reminder that any unused credits get rolled over to the following month, and members can always purchase more credits. In fact, let's talk a little bit about that, okay? So each time a member takes an action on the site, that's going to reduce, of course, their credit balance, any of those singular actions that we talked about, a light box is going to appear, and it's going to tell them, hey, look, this is your current balance, this is your credit balance, okay? This is what this action will cost you, okay, to take. And you could either cancel, say, no, I don't want to take that action, I don't want to do that, or you can proceed, okay? So it's not like we're taking credits from you without you really knowing, okay? And finally, members can always know by going to their settings. They can always know how many credits they have, and of course, what have they used their credits in the past, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really transparent system, okay? Now you can always purchase additional credits, as we talked about. So let's talk about that, right? If there's insufficient balance for you to perform an action, then the user is going to be informed that, hey, you got to buy more credits to do so. Regardless, whether they have insufficient credits or whether they have credits but they want to buy more of them, you can always go to your account upgrades part of the site, and you can always select to buy more credits. So just to give you an idea on the credit pricing, if you choose to buy, for example, 100 credits at 15 cents per credit, it will cost you about $15 to buy 100 credits, okay? That's for you to take further actions and communicate with other entrepreneurs and providers and get what you want on the site. Once you get into the 1,000 credit category, we'll give you that pricing, the little price break that we gave you when you bought $99 up front when you did your membership fee, which is great, okay? Once you buy 3,000 or more credits, the cost of the credit goes down. Okay, as you can see, it's 40% off from the regular price. 7,000 credits, the price goes further down, and it's at 15,000 credits that your price goes down. So we thought about this very, very thoroughly. We thought through the pricing very thoroughly, and everything is made on a credit basis. So, and by the way, that's going to be the same on the entrepreneur account we're going to release next week. Okay, so you're going to see how entrepreneurs also have credits built into their accounts. And the whole idea behind this is that, number one, users will get what they want out of it. So if you're a provider and you want to come in here and you're good with contacting 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people a month for your business opportunity, you're okay with posting one online course per month, you're okay with making a couple of offers per month, you're going to have enough credits in your $99 to get you what you want out of it. But if you're a provider that what you want is you want to reach out to literally, hundreds of thousands of people, maybe even millions of people out there, you're going to buy a lot more credits to accomplish that goal. But NEURS will be the platform that will allow you to do that, and you will know the cost involved in it. Again, this is completely transparent. It's completely designed so there's no spamming, so it doesn't become this community of everybody telling everybody what they're doing and nobody's really focusing on their target market. Completely the opposite. Now you can see that behind the scenes there's been a lot of thought process gone into building our platform. And like I told you before, I'm so excited to share with you the platform. I love this marketing that we're doing. I'm fully supporting it. And I want to grow this reach, and I want to make sure we have a lot of users. The moment we open the platform to the public. But I'm really excited about the platform itself. The platform is well thought of. It's designed for the entrepreneur world in mind. It's designed to help you get what you want out of it. People will be able to make meaningful connections and get what they want out of it. So the question a lot of you are going to ask is, yeah, but how does this compare to LinkedIn? Because LinkedIn already exists, and it's really a connections platform and all that. Well, look at LinkedIn pricing. To do so, you're going to have to go to your page, your LinkedIn page. This is mine, okay? And right underneath your profile photo, there's a little button that says Upgrade. Click on that so you can see what LinkedIn costs and how they provide connections as well, okay? So if you looked at this pricing, you will see this is actually for the recruiting pricing. There's pricing for everything, for sales professionals, for job seekers, for all the other marketers, etc. So go through it and you will see that their basic package starts at about $40, and then it goes up to as much as $719 a month. And it includes roughly about 10 to 50 on the high end, 50 in-mail messages and all that kind of stuff, which is very similar to our connections platform. So basically, LinkedIn offers you those possibilities, but there's a lot of tools that NEURS has, a lot of things specifically like offers, like the online courses, like all this stuff that LinkedIn does not provide that is already included in your package, okay? It's included in your features as a provider. So I just want to make sure you understand that NEURS, we looked at NEURS, we compared it to a lot of other platforms, and we know we're coming in underpriced for what we're offering, way underpriced. We're nowhere near. And by the way, if you're looking at that LinkedIn page and you're going, people pay $700? Oh yeah. Oh, there's people paying thousands of dollars. You can buy bigger packages. There's thousands of dollars a month for LinkedIn to get what they want out of it. Who pays for that? People who are getting something out of it. And then who's going to pay for NEURS as a provider? Somebody who's going to get something out of it. So really, if you don't have anything really good to offer to our community, you may pay it for 1 month, just like you can put an ad on a paper and test it to see if it works for you. But if it doesn't work for you, you may, this might not be the right platform for you. Although we have designed it so it really captures about 80 to 90% of the global entrepreneur community, provider community. We're going to be able to have the pricing is right for you, and people will be able to decipher that right away. They'll say, wow, this really makes sense. The investment here compared to what I get out of it, the leads that I'm generating, the customers that I'm getting, the prospects that I'm getting, the people that I'm getting connected to, yes, this is worth it, and this will become part of your marketing strategy. And that's what we hope. So now you know a little bit about that, okay? But how does it also compare to Career Builder? And Career Builder, of course, is a platform to get employees. But we want you to know the pricing behind these platforms. A lot of people think that everything on the internet is free. It's really funny. I talk to people all the time. They go, how can you say that you're going to charge for things? The internet's free. Everything on the internet is free. And I said, I beg your pardon, the internet's not free. There's a lot of software as a service, a lot of services that are software that's on the internet, that are services, especially to connect groups of people, that are certainly not free. There's all kinds of ways of pricing it. You can have an intermediary charge, you can have an upfront cost, you can have a back-end charge. There's a million ways to do it. Trust me, I know this. As an investor in tech, I've been involved in several companies that do it different ways, okay? And everybody has to find their niche and their way. We think at NEURS, we found ours. We've worked a lot on it. We have a lot of consultants, a lot of smart people work on this. But understand, the internet's not free, okay? So Career Builder is not free. Career Builder, for example, if you want to do a job post, just to post a job, similar to posting an offer on NEURS, will cost you, $300, $400, $500. I mean, literally tons of money just to post an offer to get candidates for your job offering. Okay, if you're more interested, if you're now going to do the search entrepreneur function, which on Career Builder is is a resume database search, which is the same thing as search entrepreneurs in NEURS, just that feature alone can cost you up to $6,000 a year. And in NEURS, that's included, and you get to decide how much of it you want to do. So we've looked at Career Builder, we looked at their pricing, and we know that for the right businesses, paying these fees is far more efficient than having to do the work of finding their ideal candidate. Think about it. If you're an employer and you're trying to find the right candidates for your business, what do you have to do to find them? What systems do you have to build? What things do you have to do, right? Through Career Builder, they solve your problem for you, right? And obviously through all these other websites that I showed you, you can do that. Okay, let me give you another example. How does NEURS compare to something we've been talking about, Behance? Okay, Behance, again, is a phenomenal platform. Have 1 million people already on it that they're connecting, creative type, high-end creative type people that do amazing things, television campaigns that do amazing graphics, the billboards you see on on the streets, all that kind of stuff, the Super Bowl commercials, right? All these people need a place to then they can find employers or people that are looking to hire them or buy their work from them. Okay, many times it's just buying what they already created. And Behance created an incredible community about 6-7 years ago. Recently sold to Adobe for $150 million. This platform. I'm a big fan of Scott, a big fan of Behance, and basically, just one job post is $199. By the way, they have other packages that can go up to $900 to do 5 or 6 job posts. Just to post a job, just so that people that are looking for you can find you, will cost you that much. Again, the internet, it's not free. Those of you who are thinking the internet's free, it's time for you to take that off your head. You just don't understand the internet. You understand the behind the scenes, what happens, okay? Yes, it's free for some people, but it's not free for the people that are getting something out of it, that are getting their business needs met. And that's what NEURS intends to do, is get the business needs met of those providers, of those entrepreneurs that need to build their communities and grow their businesses for specific purpose. So let me finalize with this. This is a great question. I like to end with this. How are communities built? How are online communities built? This is a great question because it's sort of like the old, what came first, the chicken or the egg, okay? And the reason I say this to you is because, a lot of people are going to say, look, this is great, but, how are we going to build this community of providers? How are we going to build this, community of entrepreneurs? And I can tell you, we've analyzed this question. We've gone through this question. We've had a lot of good people kind of spend a lot of time thinking about this question, and we come up with the answers. Okay, but ultimately, one of our guys found this graphic online, and it really kind of tells a story. And I would like to share the story with you. So we believe that basically, through the timeline of the creation of a community, there's different levels of engagement, right? And somebody found this online. I got to find out who actually did this graphic and thank them for it because it's phenomenal. But basically, it says like, look, the first 2.5% of any community is really the innovators. It's the people who bring an idea forth, who really want to see a vision happen. They see a need for something, and they want to engage that process early on. Then come the early adopters. Early adopters join right away. They're enthusiasts. They're evangelists, so to speak, okay, for the idea, and they get excited about it. Then there comes the early majority. The early majority is the one that really bet on it. They really bet on the product, right? That's about 40%. Now you're hitting about 50% of your community. Then comes the late majority. That's where the mass really kind of comes in, and it becomes apparent that this is the right thing to do and all that kind of stuff. And then at the end comes the 10%, which is the laggards, okay? Think of Facebook. This is exactly how it happened. Think of, for example, I read a great book years ago called Selling the Dream by Guy Kawasaki. And by the way, if you can pick up any book on Guy Kawasaki, I greatly endorse him and all his books and all his ventures like Garage and everything else that he's doing. But just to let you know about him, right? Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, they created Apple, right? But it was, Guy Kawasaki, he was actually one of the first evangelists. His job was to evangelize the developer community to create more software, to sell more software and all that kind of stuff for Apple. He's part of that early adopter group, okay? And then he talks about in his book, Selling the Dream, How about that early majority, how they came into Apple and how they really were the people who just believed in the Apple brand, just loved the Apple brand. They would buy Apple even if it was overpriced, even if people were complaining about how it functioned, even they would just buy it because they loved the brand, they knew the why of the brand, they bought into it, okay? And those people will come. And then after that comes the big block, the early majority, and then of course after that came me, okay? I became an Apple fan at the very end, okay? So basically I just want to let everyone know, okay, that that's how online communities are built. So in our case, we do have the founders, the advisors, the collaborators that built NEURS.com. And by the way, this picture is not representative of that, okay? There's a lot of people missing from this picture. I know Arunas is missing from there. I know Mario, who's helped us out so much, is missing from this picture. But the people who saw the vision first, the visionaries who said, yes, this must exist. Those are the first 2.5%, or even less than 2.5%. We're getting some of those people on our team as well, okay? Then next comes the early adopters. I can tell you that we're in the process of reaching out and getting a lot of these early adopters that really haven't even been adapters yet. They've been adapters of our ideas. They haven't been adapters of our product because our product is going to be launched in March, okay? But these people are going to be the founding members. They're the early adopters. Basically, they're going to be beta testers. We're not going to call them that, but they are, because they're going to be engaging. They're going to say, hey, this is wrong. This needs to be better. Just like in Apple, just like in any other company on earth that ever launched a product, okay? We're no different. I love our community. By the way, I want to thank you all for your emails. Keep on bringing them. Even the criticism, I love it, okay? Because you're making us better. And here's what I love about it, okay? It means that you care. It means that there's something about you say, hey, this is not right. And I love how you view it. You think we should be at Apple quality, and I love that. You think we should be Microsoft quality, even though that's questionable sometimes. Sorry for you Microsoft people, okay? You can look at our product and go, I want it to be Facebook quality. Look, Facebook has thousands of developers, man. We're doing this with, a little team here. We're trying to do something really cool and awesome. Okay, give us a chance, okay? Believe in us, believe in the platform, and you're gonna see what we're gonna create. It's gonna be incredible, and you're gonna love it, okay? So again, the early adopters, these people that once they showed up to our event, to our launch event, they love what we're doing. And they're passionate about it right now, okay? Then, you know what? We're gonna get that early majority. They're gonna be the real users of the site. That's going to come starting in March, April, then probably May, June, July. Those people are going to start to come in. They're going to see the vision. They're going to participate. They're going to love this, okay? Then there's going to come the late majority. That's going to be within a year or two. You're going to see the big block, okay? This is going to be the biggest block of users, right? And then everyone else would join the picture, and then you go to what we call Facebook status, which is when, okay, it's known. This is what it is. This is how the platform works. And by the way, from where we are now to where we're going to be, night and day. When you visualize our product today, when you see our platform launch in just a few weeks, okay, I want you to look at it and I want you to think about the first Mac ever created, the little one, the little square box, the Steve Jobs showed to the world. Think of that, and then think of a MacBook Pro like this one, okay, or the latest one they got, okay. Think of the difference, okay. Well, this is basically NEURS right now is a little square box, that Macintosh square little box, okay. And then what we're going to create, it's something amazing. And that's why I'm asking you, the community, to really buy into this process, buy into the idea that we're creating something that's needed. If there's one thing we know for sure, NEURS is needed. How do we know that? Oh, people are telling us. You're telling us. You, the community, are reaching out to us and saying to us, wow, how come no one's thought about this before? How can it be done better? How can I help you? You've told me how much this is needed. You believed in the vision, and once you have a few thousand or like we have right now, I think more than that, okay? Thousands and thousands of people believe in that. That's an idea that's going to be hard to stop. Even if I got on top of the table and I said, hey, I want to stop this now, there's going to be some people that's going to say, get out of the way, we got to build this, we got to do this. And that's the power of a community. That's the power of we created here at NEURS.com. And guess what? I want you to buy the vision of what you're looking on screen right now. I want you to buy that vision of that Facebook status. Okay? I want you to buy that dream, that vision, okay? Because that's where we're going. That's not where we are. That's where we're going. And that's really important because, you're going to have to buy into this provider account pricing and how it works because that's where we're going. Now, we're going to get better. Is that going to change? Is that going to evolve? Sure. Love everyone's ideas, but we're committed to what we're doing and we're committing to our strategy. And you're going to see our strategy be developed over the next 3 to 4 weeks and then a pricing and then compensation, all kind of stuff. We're committing to all of our strategies. But we believe we got something really great going, something that struck a chord. We know that for a fact. We have struck a chord with someone out there, okay? And those people are connecting with us and they're saying, wow, let's go. Let's build this. And we're excited that you're here. So, upcoming NEURS TV programming. Let's go through that real quickly. The entrepreneur account, Product details and pricing will be revealed next week. That's exciting. Then after that, we're going to go into full access and founding member account details and pricing as well on that. We're also going to, the following week on March the 8th, I believe we're going to be revealing our compensation and all of our incentives and bonuses. The affiliate account options will come a week after that. Upgrade process, which is how we're all going to start upgrading massively onto the real site. Building the reach through phase 2, which is the next step in marketing. And you're going to see some of the incredible tools we got for that. Again, more affiliate tools and international expansion. We want to have offices all over the world. We want to have offices and have people assisting our local communities worldwide, doing local meetings for our affiliate teams, okay? And basically helping people more specifically in their languages. So we will expand globally to assist our providers to have customer service, in-house customer service, and to have this type of programming and this kind of stuff to reach out to our community all over the world. So our vision is basically an office in every major country that we have a strong user base in. And of course, we're going to begin with the US and Spain initially, because those are 2 top countries right now, and then we'll expand from there. And I like to close with this, guys. I truly believe our future is bright. NEURS.com, we launched it basically 3 weeks ago. Less than 3 weeks. Think about it. January the 25th. Less than 3 weeks ago, we launched this program. Okay, and to me, it has been a whirlwind. I have not stopped in 20 days. I am sleeping less than I've ever slept before. I'm giving my all. I know our team is giving their all. And look, we've had potholes on the way, and we've had challenges that we had to overcome. And guess what? Our team has met every single one of them head on. We're not saying we're perfect. We're saying we're improving. We're saying we're good. We have good-hearted people, not only here locally at the office and assisting us worldwide, all over the world, but we have good-hearted people, you, the affiliate marketers, you, the members, the potential providers of our site, and we're just so happy to build this community together. I want to once again thank you. I believe our future is bright together, and we're going to do something that we believe is going to really change the world for millions of people out there. That's really going to empower them to start businesses, to start their own business faster, to access all the providers they could ever need to achieve that, to even access capital resources and knowledge-based resources, so then they can become the entrepreneurs they need to become faster. I believe that we're going to change the world in a significant and meaningful way, and I believe we're also going to provide providers an incredible platform to build their businesses faster, more efficiently, and obviously with more profitability, because they'll be targeting the markets of people. I believe there's going to come a moment when people are going to look back, and when they're going to see our app, and our app is coming, by the way, and they're going to see our what we've done on the web, and they're going to see everything we got, and they're going to look back and they're going to go, how did we ever do this? How did we ever do entrepreneurialism without this? You're going to realize how disconnected you were when you realize how connected you are through NEURS.com. I believe that, and I believe with your help, we can accomplish that. So thank you for watching this TV broadcast, and we'll see you next week with another announcement.